Ross Barkley of Aston Villa is Aston Villa looking to sign Ross Barkley from Luton Town. I don't know how, he's been on form, then all the way he went down to Championship football, and this was a player that was playing good football for Chelsea and for big teams before now, and all of a sudden, due to injury, he went back to playing for smaller leagues. I don't know what happened to him. Joy.
Yeah, it's sad to see in the game of football, but then he's acquitted himself quite well. If you look at his record in the Championship, also looking at his performances, I think he's earned a call back into the big time with Aston Villa looking his way. My only concern would be the age factor, because he's approaching that window as a player where you should be considering next steps in your career. But I feel he still has something to offer any side he walks into. He's an impressive midfielder. If you look at the way he plays, his contributions at Chelsea, his contributions at Everton, so let's see how that matures. I'm actually wondering why Aston Villa will look to get a deal for him across the line when you have the likes of Douglas Luiz, you have the likes of the other midfielders in that side. That would he now be coming in to play consistently, or would he just be more strength in depth for him now, because it remains to be seen.
Barkley is a wonderful player. If you look at the Aston Villa midfield, they don't really have a creative midfielder.
Yeah, but
Barkley brings that creativity in that team, and you
have
have to know that they are playing.
Player.
No, you have to understand they are playing Champions League football next season.
So they need the depth.
They need the depth to play.
But if you, sorry, I'm going this way, but if you need depth to play in the Champions League and a couple of other silver, we're talking about the FA Cup, talking about the Carling Cup and the Premier League, I feel the mode you should be going for is a younger, more proficient player up in that midfield that can bring extra dimensions to the style of play, rather than bringing on a Ross Barkley who holds up the ball and is probably past his prime.
It's been a while you saw him play. You see why you saw me. That guy was when he was at Everton. He was one of the top talents in England. Everybody was talking about him. Then he moved to Chelsea. It didn't work out for him. The injuries came. It didn't work out for him. Then he moved back to. That's why you see players like that. They have sense. You build up your career. When you fall off from grace, you build up your career. That's why I have a problem with Phillips of Manchester City. Go to a lesser club, maybe Division 2. Build up your career again. Somebody will buy you. Look at what Barkley did. He just moved back to Champions, played 1 year. Came back to Premier League and did very well. He was one of the best players of Luton Town. Do you understand? Now, a championship club is looking for him. He is almost 30, fine. But he is still moving up the ladder. He didn't bother about the money. He didn't bother about anything. He just gradually built up. It might shock you after one season and he plays well, Manchester City wants to buy him, or do you understand? So
I think that's shooting too fast.
Yes, but if you look at Barkley, they need him in that Aston Villa team. He plays well. I like him. When he was at Everton, everybody wanted to buy him. The Manchester, even Arsenal wanted to buy him at some point before the injuries and out of form came, and it didn't work out for him. But if you look at this Aston Villa team, the way they play, it fits in Barkley very, very well. So that move for me is a very good move for him. Kudos to him, the way he built it. If he is unproblematic, you can never hear him on news that he came to training late, or he's doing something, hasn't a fallout with any manager. Even when he wasn't working out for Chelsea, he didn't cause any problem. He did his own bit and he gradually left for another club. Now he's moving into Aston Villa, who are playing Champions League football next year. And if he forces himself, he plays first team football for them too. So I trust him. I like what he did. I like the way he took his career seriously and worked. And throughout last 2 seasons, he has not been injured. He's been playing, which is very good for him. So now he has the chance to play Champions League football. He has a chance to showcase his talent that everybody thought that he's going to do.